Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Guru. Good morning, Suha sir, Mahesh, Guru Shankar.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Anil sir. Good morning, students. Uh, Guru Raj sir, we have concentrated on sixth semester students. Uh,
Okay, ma'am. Perfect. You can go ahead,
yeah,
ma'am. No problem.
yeah. Dear students, we are happy to have our alumni, MTech alumni, Guru Raj HL. Let me introduce him today. We are very happy to have him because immediately LinkedIn, when we were trying for the Alumni Connect program, first only he agreed and he asked us to give, okay, sir, I am ready to give one presentation, one session on the tools, cyber security tools. He was during his stay in MTech. He was a very humble student and he was very hardworking student. We are happy to have you here, Guru. Let me introduce as of now what is career growth is. Uh, Dr. Gururaj HL is currently working as associate professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. He has done his PhD degree in computer science and engineering from VTU Belgavi in 2019. He has total experience of 10 years, both in UG and PG level he has taught. He is a professional member of ACM, which is the Association for Computing Machinery, and which brings together computing educators, researchers, and professionals to inspire and share the resources and address the particular field challenges. He is one of the distinguished speakers of ACM in the field of computer science. Um, and Dr. Gururaj, yeah, he is appointed as ACM Distinguished Speaker from 2018 US Council, and is one among 15 speakers across India. And he has also received Young Scientist Award from ITSARB, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India in December 2016. And he has also received Best Project Guide Award consecutively for 4 years from 2016, 15, and 17. And he has worked as a special editor of EAI Publisher and guest editor of Multimedia Springer Journal. And he has published more than 75 research papers, and he has presented more than 30 papers at various international conferences, and he's been a reviewer for various journals and conferences. He also has received many best paper awards at various national and international conferences. And he has authored one book on network simulators and one on blockchain by Springer Publishers. He has almost delivered more than 100 technical talks. Yeah, every day I am also seeing in his status. Every alternative days I am seeing his talks over many areas. In all his areas he's covering up. And he is also serving as advisory committee of Cyber Security Council of India and subject expert at Administrative Training Institute. And he has honored as session chair, keynote speakers, and TPC members and advisory committee members at national and international seminars. And he received grants from CSIR and ASAT. And his interesting areas are cybersecurity, wireless sensor network, HADOC networks, IoT, data mining, cloud computing, and machine learning. And he has many more feathers in his cap. We see your career growth. I think he started his career here also. He served in CIT in the Department of Information Science. At that time also, he was a very passionate and hardworking teacher. Even he used to participate in many of the fashion show events and choreography events. We are happy and proud of you, Gururaj. Thank you for agreeing the webinar session. Over to you, Guru.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful introduction. I'm very honored and humbled to be a part of this, webinar. Good morning, guys, and good morning, everyone present here. It's a great opportunity for me to deliver a talk right now in this, my alumnus, alma mater institution. It's a proud moment for me to deliver. Even though I had delivered various talks across globe, it is one of a major thing for me to deliver in this session. So let me share my screen, and if it's visible, kindly acknowledge. So what I'll do is I'll do the complete session with two division. In the first half of the session, I'll deliver theory basics and all of cyber security. And the next half of the session, I'll deliver a few tools, cyber security tools, which might be you people can explore more, and you people can deliver much in that field. Okay. So I think the screen visible. If so, kindly acknowledge. Someone can acknowledge.
Visible, Guru.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. I think okay. Mhm. Okay. See, whenever we see, this is a era of computer word. I think you all know about that also. I think as the inside participants introduction given by the madam, I think you all from the Department of Computer Science with the course of 6 semester. So I think you guys are much familiar with a few introductory parts of computer networks or something like operating system, data structures, or something like that. So I think these are the building blocks for the field of computer science, and majorly for this, cyber security. Whatever the data we feed to the system, or whatever the data we talk, whatever the conference, or whatever the webinars, what we are delivering, all the data perseverance, we can call it as a cyber. Okay. Cyber, technically speaking, data which is much more at danger, or much more at exposing to the vulnerabilities. Okay, any data which is vulnerable, we can call it as a cyber. Okay, so the cyber security basically deals with securing all this secret data. It might be user credentials, or it might be passwords, or it might be bank accounts, or it might be whatever the data which you feel, you guys feel that it's secure. For your layman people, I think you can believe that your social media, I think nowadays you guys can remember in this way. If somebody asks you to give you 100 rupees or 20 bucks, you can aramse give without a second thought. But if somebody asks you to give you a mobile device, we'll think 100 times, correct? No, so we'll give much importance towards your conversations or chats, or it might be the images or videos or whatever. Okay, we can call the data which is on any device, we can call it as cyber data. Okay, I hope so you got something on the introduction. If you have any doubts at any point of time, please stop me and you can put up a question. I'm very happy to revert back. Okay, so don't hesitate and don't feel anything. If you have any small clarification you want, you can stop me at any point of time. I'm very happy to reply back. Okay, so with this cyber data, I think you can remember how important the security is. Even though we can have 10 levels of security, we cannot call it as 100% secure. Okay, so whenever we want to call a data secure, any part, any mechanism is secure, there will be an opposite sector of people working on anti attacks. Okay, somebody is working to demodify the attack, and somebody is working to. And now what we can tell is can God does efforts by just a small introduction. Automation plays a very important role nowadays. Okay, you can think of passwords which you have given to your smart devices like smartphones, smart watches, and all. Whatever the passwords, it's not manual. All the passwords are automated. Correct? No, you don't want to give your thumb impression or something like that. Immediately by face recognition, it will match the database present there, and it once a database matches, it will unlock your machine. Correct? No? So the complete automation and the identification of the malicious data and the compromisation of the third party, all these can be identified, and we can able to check out with the help of a wonderful technology what we have called as artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is a big ocean. I'm not going to speak. I'm not going to speak anything on this. Just test the surface of water on artificial intelligence right now. Just I'll give few flavors of it. See, the machine initially, before 30 or 40 years back, when we have the introduction of the computer or computer system, we are making the machine to feed the data, and it will process something and it will give the results. Correct? But nowadays, it's not only feeding the data and processing the data and getting the result back. Along with that, we have adding some extra intelligence testing machine. Same thing as a small kid. Once a kid born, we directly never ask him to come here with the help of facial expression. Science will make a kid to. We have to verify with the visual system. We have to verify with the and all. Correct? So those things same as of your machine also will make the machine to learn in that way only. We have to make the machine to learn A plus B first. Then we have to make the machine to learn in a greater deals. Correct? This system is nothing but I think many of you guys change the thing days with my knowledge to see here very much more deep learning techniques, and they have a lot of projects, lot of that this is one important in which also enhance security of cybersecurity by emerging intelligence. So Guys, sorry, something went wrong. I don't know what happened. Okay, I think I'll go back to the screen again. I think it's once I'll share my screen again. I'll deliver a few things. I think sorry for the inconvenience caused. Highly regretted for that. Okay, I think the screen visible, and I think I was dealing with this. You know, I think the screen visible, and I think my voice is also audible, I guess. I think this is what I was dealing with this. I think how we can incorporate cyber security with machine learning or deep learning. That's what I was dealing. I think until this, it was fine and fantastic, I guess. Can I get some acknowledgement out of it? You guys are there. Just to check out, you guys are there. It's fine. I want some reply from the students.
Yes, sir.
Please respond. Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. Okay. I think we are dealing with how we can merge your cyber security with machine learning or deep learning. I think nowadays a lot of cyber threats are there. You can think in this way. Cybercrime includes, it might be single actor or group of targeting systems, or it might be financial systems. All this comes under cyber threats. It's not only about financial or something related to bug bounting. Along with that, we may have politically motivated gathering, and information gathering is one of the major threat happening even today also. And along with that, we can have we people, we are very much panic if we lose 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees. We never much panic if we lose our data, something like important information or important document. We'll be more panic. If we lose our credentials, we'll be more panic, correct? So these are the areas where we can make some automation with the help of machine learning or deep learning. Okay. If you have any questions, guys, you can put up your question. You can stop me at any point of time. I have completely 40 to 15 minutes of time to deliver for this lecture. Let me few facets of cyber security systems where we can automatically add intelligence for that. Okay. So faster detection of malicious thing. See, until unless we'll get to know the system is get compromised, it's hard to identify. The better example or layman example what I can give is, if some account, for example, in my account, from some 10 rupees lost in my account, I never bother because I have a huge bank balance, correct? No, I have 10,000 or 20,000. Out of it, if some 10 rupees or 20 rupees get lost, I won't bother, correct? If the same thing happened for continuously for several days, my account have a major difference in the balance. Then only I'll get to know and I'll encounter that something happening in my account, correct? No, so this is one thing wherein which a kind of attack, cyber attack happened with the help of SQL injection attack or something like that. And this can be automatically identified by the machine intelligence systems by nurturing the system in such a way that by adding a lot of existing libraries, and we can build up the system in such a way that if something went out wrong by the unknown person or something like that, immediately that will be indicated by the respective user, the respective account holder. Okay, the fast detection. Okay, not only with respect to the bank bank account, it might be to your mail IDs or something like that. There is a website called we can check out whether my website is compromised or not. Okay, called as iPond.com. I think the screen visible. Let me open something like this. I have been there's a website. I think the screen visible, I guess. Okay. Have I been pond.com? You can check out here. Okay, so it's a small user interface. You can type your mail IDs or whatever. Let me type my website, an example. Okay, this is my own website. Okay, so if you press enter here, it will display because I am with certificates and all. Okay, I have a SSL certificates and all. Let me type my Gmail ID. Okay, so 100% it will be pond. I am only telling why, because a lot of mails, alerts, advertisements keep on rushing to my mail ID. You can check out here. Oh no, it's pond. Okay, this is, I think it's visible, right? Can I get some answer for this?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay. So this is where in which we can able to identify whether a website is spawned or not. Why can't we have some intelligent system for this? Okay. This is one area in which we can able to observe, or we can able to incorporate machine learning to your faster detection. Okay. The second important thing is phishing attack. Okay. Can anybody tell me something? What is phishing? If you have heard of this name, it should not be a monotonic. Can I get some answer for this question? Guys, please respond. What exactly the meaning of phishing? Or have you heard of this name phishing at least? Heard of? I won't ask any question. Have you heard of this name phishing? Okay, no problem. Okay, phishing normally means that, okay, normal phishing. At least have you heard of this name? Normal phishing. Normally fishing. Normal fisherman used to catch all the fishes. Say something for this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. Just to track you guys. That's all. Very good. Okay. So what a normal fisherman does, he will, tie the food at the earthworm or something like, at the end of the tone, and he will, mulch. He will insert that to the water such a way that what the fish will think of. Okay, I got the food. Correct? No, but it's not the food. Fisherman uses the logic to catch all the fish. At the same way, which is also determined with the same technology. Actually, fishing is also determined with the help of the same technology. Here we will call it as phishing, phishing. Phishing here also means that they used to advertise the wrong websites, fake accounts, fake email IDs. Okay, in which we used to get the advertisement mails. What we used to get the advertisements, you won the lottery. You'll get some 70%, 80% discount and all. Okay, same way as fisherman does there. Correct? No. So what we people think of? Oh, I got the best account, best offer. I got the lottery and all. What we used to do? I will supply all my credentials, all my details. Correct? No. Wherein which the same fisherman catch all the fish. Here the attacker catch all the accounts. This is the way they can enter to a machine. They can enter to our accounts. Okay. So how we can avoid this? How we can avoid all the phishing accounts or phishing emails and all? There is some technology in which I think spam mail detection, spam mail classification can be done. Lot of machine learning techniques they are using. How we can classify the emails? How we can classify the websites and all? You believe it or not, some of my students who are UG grads, and they build up the same Amazon website, same replica of Amazon website. The only change is a small alphabet added to the Amazon website. Amazon website will have what? amazon.com. Right now, what our students did is they had developed the same website with amazon.com. Okay. Once the layman people see the websites, they don't ever bother about the name of the website. What they bother always, they want to bother about the discounts. They want to bother about how much best I'll get. Correct? No? Is that correct? Say something. Please respond. Okay, so this is how the people catch all the attackers. I mean, catch all the innocent users, and then destroy everything. Okay, why can't we have phishing detection automation with the help of this kind of system? Okay, so that is one more important thing, and this is all about and one more behavior analysis. I think usually I used to have a transaction of for example. 10 MB I used to use for photo sending or some video sending and all. An example. Automatically, unknowingly or knowingly, behavior was not good in the system. An example. What it does, instead of using 10 MB or 20 MB, suddenly it's consuming more than that. For example, 100 MB, 1000 MB and all. Immediately, that's one of the major behavior analysis wherein which we have to access the system and we have to check out some attacker has been intervened in the system. Okay, why can't we have that? Okay, this is all about some pretty good example in which we can able to analyze, in which we can able to supply, in which we can able to check out how we can overcome this kind of attacks with the help of added intelligence instead of manual intervention. Okay, so this is what some important things, and I think you got some knowledge on this. So what I'll do is I'll stop this presentation right now. because I don't want to spend much more time on this. I will give some demonstration. I think, guys, have you heard of this name, Kali Linux? Kali Linux.
Yes, sir.
What is Kali Linux? What is that?
It's an
Please,
OS.
what type of operating system? Very good. What's your name? What's your name?
Harshit, sir.
Very good, Ashit. What type of operating system it is?
Sir, it's an operating system based on which,
Linux
type
operating.
of.
Very
Yes,
good,
sir.
very good. Never the
Debian,
matter, you
Debian.
attempted. It's a Linux operating system. And who developed this operating system, guys? Any idea? Ashit? Who developed this operating system? You guys have to respond, okay? It never the matter, your students or professors or principals or whatever. I used to get the response in every way, in every talk, okay? I expect the same from you guys also. Please respond. It might be wrong or right, never the matter. I want the response, that's all. Please guys, please respond back. Who developed this operating system? Which nation developed this operating system? Any guesswork? If it is wrong also, no matter. Please respond, no. Can I get some answer for this question from Harshit?
It's a USA, I think.
No. Sorry, that's okay. Very good. You
Ben
attempt, okay?
Wilson, sir. I know the guy. I mean,
No,
presently.
No. It's a only operating system of Indian operating system. It's a only Indian
Yes, sir.
Linux operating system. It's called as, actually the name of the operating system called as Kali. The Lord is Kali. As it went to Western and come back, the name becomes Kali. I think we all know about that convention. Okay, the nomenclature, the name was the Kali. It's a only Linux operating system developed by Indians. Okay, it's an Indian operating system. Okay, but it's a Western name, and it went there, and a lot of changes has been happened for that and all, and later it becomes Kali. Okay, so it is one of the finest operating system, mainly for cyber security. Okay, mainly for cyber security. You don't want to install by partitioning your operating system and all. You can also install with the help of some cloud computing, platform or service like some VirtualBox or VMware and all. So I have used that VMware. So I had installed that Kali Linux here. You can check out here. This is a VMware workstation. I guess you're seeing my desktop. Can I get some answer for this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me close and let me open from the scratch. Okay. So this is the operating system. Okay. So Kali Linux having a fantastic feature out of it. Why this Kali Linux mainly used for okay. Actually, my presentation goes for 2 hours and all, for workshops and all, as I wanted to give just an introduction towards cyber security. Just I took some couple of slides and I'm directly moving for this Kali Linux operating system. And this is one of the finest operating system, mainly developed for security and privacy purposes, like to check out various threats, attacks, and all. They come up with this kind of operating system. Okay, and many people and many students, many researchers, they are working lot of innovation things on this. Okay, majority of the cyber security people, they work on this only. Okay, so that is a fantastic feature of Kali Linux. I think it will take some time to load here. Please bear for that. Let me give the username and password. Okay. So this operating system have various inbuilt toolkits. You guys have to come up with, you guys have to explore yourself. Okay, for name a few, many of my mentees and mentees, their expertise in this Kali Linux, and they got summer internship and with huge number of internship of packages at Google's Summer of Code. Google Summer of Code, I think it is one of the wonderful platform. GSOC, you guys on 6th semester, I think this is the right time to explore yourself and be a master in one of the tool right now, and you can apply for that. GSOC, one of the finest opportunity for you guys also. Okay, I think you can able to see the screen on here. Say something. Please respond.
Yes, sir.
I cannot see the chat. Please unmute and you can respond.
Yes, sir.
Guys,
good,
he's
very good.
not going to evaluate you. You can be interactive. All of you try to be more interactive. This is not your regular class. He's your senior person. You can easily, freely, you speak to him. Okay, he is not going to give assignment. He won't ask you questions whether it is right or wrong. Try to be interactive in the session. All of you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. As madam said, yeah, wonderful. I'm not going to evaluate you guys and all. If you have anything to connect with me, you can connect me. I'm happy to collaborate with you guys. But please respond. It will be really helpful for me to have a wonderful session like this. Okay. So I think the screen visible. I got the answer from someone. Let me try with basics tools right now. Okay. So let me try. I want to check the IP address. Can you please tell me what is IP address? Please, anybody? Anybody? Please tell me what is IP address?
Internet protocol.
In which layer it comes into picture? How many layers we have? Or in OSI model, if you remember? Oh, you guys in 6th semester, I think you know the basics of computer networks. How many layers we can have?
In TCP/IP, 5 layers, sir.
Okay. What about in OSI model?
7 layers.
Fantastic. Very good. Why 5 layers they changed from 7 to 5? Very good. Very good. It might be right or wrong. You can unmute. You can speak out. No matter what you'll speak. Okay. Please speak out. Very good. Very good. What's your good name?
Nainaz.
Okay. What is this? Why they had converted to 5 layers? Can I get some answer for this? Yes. Okay, no problem. Okay, so instead of doing all the job by all 5 layers, that divided into 5. No, a majority of the common task will be done by 2 layers. So they combine the layers and they called it as 5 layers. Okay, so to avoid some complexity and all, that's all. And as she said, it's an internet protocol comes in a network layer, one of the fantastic layer where I'm connected with the help of this video conferencing or some tool like this ones. That's only because of application layer HTTP protocol and network layer IP protocol. Okay, clear? So I want to check the IP address in Linux operating system. What a command I have to use? I want to check the IP address of the Linux operating system. What a command? You know what is command at least? Command. Say something. Okay, that's okay. No problem. No problem. Let me teach you that basics. Okay. Ifconfig. Ifconfig is a command in any Linux. It's not only in this Kali and all. You can take out any Linux operating system. It's a command to check out, IP address or MAC address of the machine. Okay.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Any doubts, guys? Hello? Please mute yourself. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can unmute. You can speak. No worries. No worries. That's okay. This is a disguised word. This and all happens. Okay. You can see here the IP address of a machine can be identified with the help of a command called ifconfig. We have what is can anybody tell me what is this 127.0.0.1? Please tell me what is this.
IP address.
Okay, very good answer. What type of IP address? I think if you would have experimented few experiments in FF semester networks laboratory, I think you can tell the answer for this. What is this 127.0.0.1? Please tell me something. Okay, it's called as default IP address. Okay, it's called as default IP address. Why? Because I cannot able to give separate IPs in the same machine. IP meaning will change if you give separate IP address. Correct? No. So on the same machine, I have divided. I have installed virtual workstation, VM workstation. On that, I had installed this Kali Linux. So I cannot able to give different IP address for this. So there is one IP address that is called as default IP address you can use. Okay. When you want to work on this, you'll get to know it's an IP address. It's a default is 127.0.0.1. Okay. We can also call this address as lookup address. Okay, fine, good. And have you heard of? This is one thing. I want to know IP address. What is the meaning of domain address and IP address? If I get the answer, it will be more helpful for me to share you more knowledge. Or else I'll be limited. Okay. What is the difference between IP address and domain address? For example, catumkur.org. What is this?
Domain.
Domain address. Why we have domain address and IP address? Both we have. Why? Can I get some answer for this? This is all you had studied already with my knowledge. If you are in the 6th semester or in the quad grade months, you had already finished all this things. Actually, irrespective of the type of university, you'll be studied with all these things. Why we have domain address and IP address both? Can I get some answer? Very good, fantastic. Domain addresses are very easy to remember, but computers are not happy with the alphabets or domain names and all. But computers are very happy with numbers. Correct? No, fantastic. You said the right answer. Very good. Okay. So computers are very happy to play with the numbers rather than the names. So I want to check the IP address of some address like catumkur.org. Let me check out if it's working. .org. Okay. So I want to check out the IP address of this thing. Okay. So before that, let me connect the internet. We require by default. Okay. No worries. Okay. So what is the command? NSLOOKUP. NSLOOKUP will give the IP address of the respective domain names. Okay. If you press enter, I'll get the IP address and it's working fantastically fine. Correct? No. So hope you got the logic of this. Say something. Can I get some answer? These are very basic commands which I'm dealing. If you guys seems really interesting, I can continue with much more advanced commands. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Okay. There is one more command called as netcat. Okay. Netcat. You guys can tell me what is cat command in Unix? Cat, which I had studied in your second year, I guess. Cat command. Have you heard of this name? Cat, C-A-T?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is that cat command?
Use it to create file and display the content of the
Okay.
file.
At the terminal, if you want to have any files or some content, we can go with cat command. Correct? No. So fine. So the similar kind of command, it's there in Linux, Kali Linux, called as netcat. Okay. So netcat is a command. It will create a user interface with the two terminals, and we can have an interaction. One we can call it as a sender, and the other we can call it as a listener. Okay. So one terminal will listen the data, and one terminal will send the data. Okay, that's kind of client-server communication can be built. Okay, how we can build when the simple commands? There is an option called -l. It will create a link between the terminals. I'll open one more terminal later. And -p stands for port number. Can you please tell me what are the port numbers I can use? What are the port numbers I can use? Guys, please respond. Okay, can you tell me the port number for HTTP protocol? Any port numbers from where we can use the port numbers? Okay. Port numbers will start with 0. What is the maximum port number we can have? Can I get some answer for this? Okay, 65,535. That's the largest port number we can use. But from 0 to 1023, we cannot use the port numbers. Why? Because their default port numbers, they are already assigned. Okay, they're the default port numbers, they're already assigned. For example, for HTTP, we have 80. For FTP, we have certain port number. Similarly, for TCP, we have certain port number. For various protocols, we have certain port numbers. So that lies between 0 to 1023. If you want to use any port numbers for your application or for your usage, we have to use after 1024 and until 65,535 we can use. Okay, so similarly, let me use some random port number 3000. Okay, the link has been, I mean the terminal has been get activated. Let me open new window, and okay, I'll create NC or Netcat, both are one and the same. But the default IP address, what are default IP address were taken here? 127.0.0.1. Why we require the IP address? The same IP address what we had used here, the same thing we have to take here, and the same port number what we had used there, we have to take the same port number. If I would have not taken the same port number, let me assume it will not create unknown connection refused. Correct? Now, once we have the same port number, it will establish the connection. Okay. And whatever the data you want to type here, it will exchange with the client. Understood? Whatever the data, it's a listener and client communication, small kind of. I thought of going with advanced commands directly, but I got to know the things, and so I'm going in a slow fashion. So I hope you got the logic of Netcat. You can type whatever you want, it will be displayed in that way. Okay, it's a small kind of client listener operation where we have fantastic feature, and you can able to build a secure channels between these two also. Hope you got the logic of this. Can I get some answer? Say something. Guys, please respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I'll go with one more, one important command of network security or application of your Kali Linux. You go for application, and I want to check the details of website. See, I want to make an attack for some website or something like that. How I'll do? Basically, for example, I want to do a robbery for the house, some big millionaire house. What I'll do? I will identify the loopholes of that particular house. Correct? Now, who will go, at what time the owner will come, how many watchmen are there, how the security works and all. Correct? Now, so after knowing the loopholes of that home, we can able to attack that home. Correct? Say something. Say something, guys. Similarly, here also, after knowing the loopholes of the websites, the mail IDs, and which port is open, which port is closed, which link is open, which link is closed. After knowing the detailing of that website, we can able to attack. So to know the detail or aspects of that, there is one important website called as, one important command called as whois. Okay, let me go with my, I don't want to check with anything. So it's me guru.in, it's my website. Let me check it out. Okay, it will give the complete details of the website. When it is open, which domain, who's the domain, and who is the owner, everything. I'm registered with this organization, and the complete details of this particular website will be given with the help of this particular command called as whois command. Very, very important command here. Okay, so from where I had created this, www.godaddy.com. From here I had created, when is the expiry date, all the details of this particular website will be known with the help of whois command. One of the strongest command which gives all the details. Okay, this is one more important command which gives. Okay, I want to know the ports. This is all about the websites and domains. I want to know the port numbers and the links which are open and all. There is one more important command called as Nmap. Nmap stands for network mapper. It is one of the finest pen testing tool. Pen testing means that penetration testing tool. Penetration, what do you mean of penetration? Go inside. Correct? Now, I want to go inside any website. By looking at the website, I just can see the source code. That's all. Correct? Now, so if I want to go within a website, I can go within a website or penetrate within a website with the help of one of the finest tool called as what? Nmap. Okay. Press here like this. -H stand for help, as of the same Linux command. It will give all the details of the Nmap command. Okay. It will give network mapper. So let me check the ports, which are the ports open, which are links opened here. Nmap, let me give my website only. It will scan the complete website, and it will show which are the ports open, which are the ports closed, which are the port numbers, and all the details of that particular website. Okay. So I think it will take some time. So what I'll do is I'll make it fast with the help of one more command. Uh, mm, minus f. Yeah, sorry. I think it should be capital F. Okay. If gives you the faster scanning, faster scanning of this website, any website which are given as it as an input, and it will give the output. Okay. And you may feel that, so why we require all these details? If you want to do an attack for any website or anything, you have to study the complete details of that website, correct? No? So this will give the things as it is secure somewhat. So all 10 scan ports are filtered, then Nmap done, one IP address scanned with this time and all these details. Okay. So let me check with some website of yours. And guys, I think we all know about cybercrime also. 1 second. Okay. You guys all know about cybercrime also. Who are the best crime partners or crime people of cyber? The best engineers across globe. They are the crime partners of cyber security. Why? Because a layman people, they cannot do any cyber crime. I think we all know about that. The people who are expertise in the domain security or network security, they only can do some attacks. So we don't in the law. Actually, I want to tell you this small story. And some people against this. Actually, we should not teach all these things to students and all. Even though the people will do some workshop on hackathons and all. There is a law in, there was a discussion in Indian Institute of Science where I had been to attend some meeting, and I was a member of some committee, and there was a discussion going on. And some professor from IIT Bangalore, he said some statement. There is a hostel. Okay, in the meanwhile, it's scanning. I'll tell you some small incident. See, you can check out here. These are the ports open in your own website. Okay, so why I'm telling this, because this ports, using these ports, we can do the attacks whatever we want. Okay, so let me tell you a small story. Okay, so in that meeting, a professor raised a question. There is a law states that right to educate, we should not hinder anybody who is learning something. So there was somebody in the meeting who was against that, because the well-known engineers from the top-notch university across India, they were the best attackers on cyber security, and they lose their life and all. So there was a student in IIT Bangalore. Before 15 years back, there was no Wi-Fi facility in all hostels and all. There was a hostel in the campus, and there was a main block, admin block, and all the guys at the hostel at 5 o'clock evening, they rushed towards the admin block, and they used to use the Wi-Fi. And the dean of the IIT Bangalore, he announced that after 5 to 6 p.m., the students should not go out of the hostel. Why? Because the people are rushing towards the admin block, they are sitting towards, and they're using the Wi-Fi. And once after this, there was a student, you believe it or not, guys, using the, I think, I don't know whether people know it or not, some Lay's chips and all they'll get, right? With small hole. We'll call them as in local language as boti and all. Small kind of thing. Using those small botis and all, using those materials and using an aluminum strip, they got the link of Wi-Fi to their hostel, which is almost 700 to 800 meters from the admin block. Okay, see, they got the complete connection towards that, and they're using the Wi-Fi. Okay, so the dean got confused whether to punish that student or whether to appreciate his talent, what he had used for it. Okay, there is a law in Indian government states that we should not hinder anybody who is going to learn, who is to learn. Okay, but we can tell them that we can educate them that if you do some crime, you have a law against it. It'll be beyond the odds, but we cannot hinder them not to learn. Understood? This is all about, we can call it as oxymoron. Oxymoron, I think it's an English word which uses the vocabulary sense of both good and bad in same word. Okay. So many people usually do a workshop on ethical hacking. It's a absolutely nonsense and a wrong workshop they used to have. I think we have a strong discussion, especially in IISc Bangalore, and everyone laughed towards it. Why? Because ethical hacking. What is the meaning of hacking? Which is against to the system, correct? What is the meaning of ethical? You can do the mistake with ethics. Both good and bad in the same word. Understood? Hope you got a logic of this. This kind of words are called as what? Oxymorons. Both ethical and hacking. Okay. With ethics, you murder somebody. With ethics, you do something bad. Okay. So ethical hacking, it's a oxymoron, and it is not the right way to conduct the workshops kind of thing and all. Okay. So why I'm telling this, because so you guys, if you know the loopholes of any website, don't do against the things and all. You just analyze the websites. You can analyze. That's called as WAT testing, vulnerability assessment testing. You can do it for any websites where our students will do our website analysis and all. Similarly, you guys also do it, and you can do a report on that. You can submit to the respective concerned people. They will be very happy to forecast all those things, and they can remove the vulnerabilities. This is all about. Okay, so this is one more important tool which we can use called as Nmap. Hope you got the logic of Nmap. Can I get some answer for this? I can check out here. 21 TCP, which is open. 21 is a port number for FTP with underlying protocol TCP. It's open. Similarly, many ports are open here. Okay. Hope you got the logic of this. Can I get some answer? Can I get some answer for this? Very good. Very good. Okay. So let me tell you one more important command. I think I have 5 or 10. I'll use 10 more minutes, and I'll conclude my talk with a couple of 3-4 commands. Record my desktop. Okay. The complete operation, whatever you do on this machine, unknowingly you can record with a delay, whatever you can give. Record my desktop with a delay. Let me give some 2 seconds. If you press enter, the complete, it's capturing. Okay, whatever the operation will do, it will capture. Okay, whether X, Y, Z axis, all the data, whatever you are doing, all the data will be captured until you stop this. One of the finest tool, it will capture all the data. And if you want to use it as a separate file, what you can use, there is a command, you can redirect it. I guess, I'm not sure. Let me call. You can redirect it also. No, we cannot redirect this one. Sorry. Okay. The live file will be recorded and it will be in the downloads. You can check it out in your machines also. Okay. So this is all about record my desktop. It will record all the instances X and Y axis. And one more important tool I want to tell you guys. I can change the MAC address of the machine. What is the MAC address, guys? Can anybody tell me what is MAC MSC? Please tell me something. Is there Harshit or somebody? Can you tell me what is MAC MSC? Guys, please respond. No. At least you have heard of this name in the 4th semester itself, right? In data communication
yes.
subject. What is that? MSC? What is it, MSC? Medium access control. We can also call it as physical address. Hardware address. Correct? No? Hardware address which is present in the data link layer. Yes, IP address is a logical address that is present in your network layer. Correct? No? See, I have a hardware address here as what a hardware address I have here. Something like this. This is a hardware address I have. Correct? No? Can you please tell me this? 16 characters word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 characters with 16 length size. It's an Ethernet address we have here. Can you see this? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
This is the hardware address, correct? No? Let me change the hardware address of this. Okay. So I think you can see here the hardware address is 000C, something like this. Let me change that. How to change that? Okay. So let me go with sudo su because we have to go for root itself. Why we should not do here? Let me tell you this also. If config, let me change it. I want to down that. The operation should be nullify first. So what I'll do, I'll down. I don't have the permission. Why? Because the same as of in Windows also, there is an admin privilege and user privilege. Similarly here also, root privilege and other privilege. In the root only, we have the complete privileges to do any operation. So let me go with sudo su. Let me give the password, virtual passwords. So I am the root. Okay. Okay, let me change that MAC address. Okay, before that I want to make it down, so I'll nullify it. It's not working. If you give if config also, it will not give the answer. It will not give the answer. Correct? No, you can see here MAC address. It's not working. It's clear. So I want to modify that. How to modify that? If config if config hw 1 second eth0 HW hardware address and ether. Let me change it as something like 05. This is a hardware address I'm changing. Okay. So this is a ether address. Which type of ether address? Hardware. I'm changing it to this address. Let me change. Okay. 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 It's size exceeded. Okay. So let me change like this. Okay. So now if you if you make the enable the system, let me enable up. Okay, it will take some time to deactivate. Now you check the if config system, 100% it will change your IP MAC address. One of the fantastic thing you can see here, this is the MAC address we have changed here. Clear? Hope you got the logic of this. How we can change the MAC address. Okay, this is a way how we can fake the system, how we can fake the machines, how we can nullify the attackers, users and all. Hope you got the logic of this. Say something. Say
Yes,
something,
sir.
guys. Okay. So the next important, one more important. Plenty of security tools are available here. Information gathering tools, vulnerability analysis tools. Lot of tools are available here. I will do one important social engineering attack. Let me go with social engineering attack as I can see here. Social engineering toolkits. Within that, let me go with this SCT social engineering toolkit. Let me give the password for this. Various tools available. You can be a master in this also. You can try out VAT analysis for various websites and all. Okay, just explore, you guys. It's a command language. It's very simple. Okay, so I'll go with social engineering attacks. So let me give an option number 1 here, and within that, let me go with website attack vectors. I'll show you how to attack the website. Okay, within that, let me go with Java templates. Attack based, let me go with credential harvested method attack. Let me go with the third one. So what type of websites I want? Java web templates. So I have a domain here. What is the address that I had given? 192.168.161.135. Let me copy this. Let me copy this IP address. Okay, copy this IP address and make sure that the internet has been connected here. Okay, it's connected, and let me open some browser. Let me open some browser and let me paste that IP address here. It will redirect unable to connect. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Sorry. We have to go for Google. Okay. Within this, you can select a template as Google. Okay. Sorry for that. Now you can open this browser. Now please open the browser. There, type the IP address which you had copied already. It will redirect to your mail ID. Let me give the mail ID as something like this, and the password I'll give the regular password. Then only it will log in. Okay. It will log in. Now go back to a terminal. The email ID and password has been cracked. Okay, so this is a way how we can take out the username and password of your websites or mail IDs and all. So this is a one more important attack. Similarly, you can play around. You can check out here. I think you can able to see the email ID and password, right? Say something, guys. Please respond.
Yes,
No. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
similarly, you can play around various tools which are available here, and you can play around it, and make sure don't do any harm to any websites and all. Don't do any malware and all for any websites and all. That's not right. So this is one way we can able to do the analysis. I think at 12:10, I think I'm done with my work. I think we have various other tools also. We can explore. We shall explore. We can explore. Metasploit. One more tool is there. I'll just show Metasploit. One of the finest tool we have. Metasploit. Okay, 1 second. Metasploit. Or else you can go here also directly. 1 second. Metasploit. Various tools available. which are the tools you want. You can explore yourself and you can play around it. Various tools are available here. So this is the way my test plot. I'll show you that one second. Okay. Yeah, yeah. This tool has to be installed from the internet. You can install that also. No, not a deal. And Hydra is one more, tool which are available. This is also one of the finest tool, which captures all the information regarding any website you want. Okay, login, password, file, whatever files you are transferring, all the things it will capture also. This is one more tool. Lot of tools available. You can play around it. So I think I'm done with my work. Now I'll open for I think 1 or 2 minutes for question and answer because I have some other assignment. If you have any questions, please put up your question. I'll happy to take up at least 1 or 2 questions from your side. Guys, please respond. Any questions from your side? And if you don't have any questions, you can mail me if you want. If you want to discuss something regarding cybersecurity, I'm very happy to answer. And for updates, my call for papers, or it might be any conference call, or which I'm a chair of that. You can check my website for recent things. Sorry, so that's the wrong website. It's me.in. Okay. Okay, I have embedded those 2 things.
Guys, do you have any feedback? Who liked introduction part? Who liked what? All of you liked Kali Linux? Or somebody liked story in between? ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಖಾಲಿ ಲೈನಕ್ಸ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತು? Can any one of you?
Yes, ma'am.
ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಓಕೆ ಚಂದನಂಗೆ ಖಾಲಿ ಲೈನಕ್ಸ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತು. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತು? Linus, what did you like?
Kali Linux and all the introduction and all.
You like both introduction and Kali Linux. Who liked the story in between about the hacking? Nobody liked?
I liked, ma'am.
What's your name?
Ma'am, Chandana.
Okay. Okay, only Chandana and Nainas liked it? Harshit, Bhavana?
We liked it too, ma'am.
Okay, everybody, you had at least a little bit of impact from Gururaj sir, I hope. Guru sir, I think no questions.
Yeah, fine, ma'am. Thank you. Before I'll wind up my session, I'll thank wholeheartedly the institution, my guide and my teacher, Madam Jyoti and Anil sir, everyone, for the wonderful opportunity to deliver a talk. And guys, please explore yourself on this. It's a wonderful platform. You can get the knowledge on this. You can do a lot of miracles out of it. I think if you want anything, I had shared my chat window, the mail ID and my website. You can contact me anytime. I'm very happy to interact with you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Guru. We also have thank you for your great lecture you gave. I think you have a great impact on hands-on by giving little introduction and hands-on session. I think stories in between. I think we had a great session. Being teachers, we wanted a little bit more interactivity from the students. It's a bell to the students to be more interactive. And thank you for all the efforts and time you have put to do your presentation. We truly appreciate your great lectures and we expect more from you in the coming days. Thank you, Guru Raj, once again.
Thank you, ma'am. You're most welcome. You're most welcome. And guys, not only for this, wherever I go, it might be a set of students or set of professors, set of research scholars, whomever it might be. I need a kind of interaction. Monotonic may not work out for anybody with my knowledge. So please kindly interact with your peers, or it might be for your teachers. That matters a lot. If you won't interact, you'll be there only. Okay. So I think in the near future, I'll surely come up with you guys with wonderful talks again. Ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Guru. Let's wind up the session. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. You can join your next class from 12:15. I think you can ask your teachers 5 minutes break and you can join the next session. Yeah, as usual class. Thank you.